What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, November 18th, 2023. Before we get into it, though, if you like this content, make sure you drop a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $19 best bet and my NHL breakaway, make sure you head to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Also got something new and exciting coming up here at Pickdawgz. If you're a big bettor looking to hit the books hard on the ice, you'll want to check out my all-access power play pass. Now, I will be honest, the service is not going to be for everybody. This is for the bettors that are dropping $1,000 or more per game on the NHL, and for the people that want the service, it's going to give you that elevated top-tier advantage to get a man up on your book. Now, for the first time, this package will feature the rating of my plays, as well as late info plays that I make throughout the day based on goalie announcements or goalie news, injuries, etc. Now, if that's not your cup of tea, 100% totally fine. We're still going to cook up premium winners every day at Pickdawgz. We're still going to be covering every game every day right here on the Wraparound. But if you want more information on my all-access power play pass, text PUCK to 775-636-7674 and we'll get you hooked up. Anyways, NHL action on a loaded Saturday. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Saturday takes us to the Avicii Arena for another international game between the Ottawa Senators and the Minnesota Wild. And the Ottawa Senators managed to get a win over the Detroit Red Wings in overtime with 2 seconds to go in OT against Detroit when they met on Thursday. And I like the Sens' chance to get another win here. The Minnesota Wild, they haven't taken the ice since November 12th, so there could be a little bit of rust here. Some people may say it's rest. I think it's rust. Especially with the time change and the traveling. And not only that, the problems for the Minnesota Wild are still prevalent. They're still there. The goaltending has had major issues this season. It's been a reason why the Wild have lost 7 of their last 9 games and why they are where they are, 5-8-2 to start the year. Not the ideal start for this Minnesota Wild team. I can tell you, the Wild definitely want to be in a different spot, and I think it's only going to. You'd hope for their sake it's going to get better over time. But until I see it, I'm going to believe that it's still going to be an issue. I'm going to go with the Ottawa Senators here at the coin flip price. Next, we head to the Wells Fargo Center for an afternoon matchup between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Vegas Golden Knights. And the Philadelphia Flyers have been playing some solid hockey coming into this matchup. Winners of 3 in a row. They managed to take down the Carolina Hurricanes in their last game. We had that right here on the Wraparound. Pegged that one. And we also pegged the Vegas Golden Knights, narrowly edging the Montreal Canadiens. Had the Habs plus 1.5 there. But I think this is a spot where we just reverse course and go back to the Golden Knights in this one. The Philadelphia Flyers, their struggles as of late have still been at home, and they were able to go on the road and win 3 of their last 4 games. The last 3 games of that 4-game road trip. And the road team, kind of what we've been seeing with the LA Kings, the road team has won 8 of Philadelphia's last 9 games overall. Vegas, despite playing their better hockey at home, still a respectable 5-2 record on the road. I think they take care of business here. Give me the Vegas Golden Knights on the money line. Next, we head to the Bridgestone Arena where the Nashville Predators take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Nashville Predators, they're still just 3-7 in their last 10 games, 5-10 overall this season. They've lost 4 straight, 6 of 7 and 7 of 9. But yet they're being priced like they're a world beater, and I'm just not seeing it. Sure, the Chicago Blackhawks, they're also 3-7 in their last 10 games, but they've been a lot more competitive. They've been competitive against some solid opposition. They just played a pair of games against the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers as well. They took one of the 2 games from Tampa Bay, and a couple of those, they were, like I said, they were in it until the very end in the majority of those games. These are 2 teams, like I said, that are fairly even for me right now, and while you could maybe give the Predators an edge in goal, current form doesn't necessarily give an edge either way here. So between 2 teams that I think are fairly even at this current moment, I think this game should be lying closer to a coin flip. So getting plus 160 with the Blackhawks, definitely worth a shot for me here. So I'm going to take Chicago on the money line in this one. Next, we head to the Amalie Arena where the Tampa Bay Lightning host the Edmonton Oilers. And got to give the Oilers some credit. They've handled the coaching change really well. They've won their first 2 games since that coaching change, but those games were both at home, and now they head back out on the road where the Oilers haven't had a ton of success this season, just 2-5 overall. But I think they could pick up some success here. The Tampa Bay Lightning, I've said before, and I'll say it again, they're basically counting down the days until Andrei Vasilevsky gets the nod to come back into the fold and get to assume his position back between the pipes for the Lightning. And right now, the goaltending for Tampa Bay, again, still not anything to write home about. Sure, you had Jonas Johansson give up just 2 goals against the Chicago Blackhawks, but prior to that, they had given up Tampa Bay's goaltenders 3 or more goals in 8 in each of the previous 8 starts, 4 or more in 6 of those 8 starts. When you have a lineup that's got Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, you're always going to be a threat to find the back of the net. And Edmonton's put up 4 in each of their last 3 games. Could see an over here, but I'm going to take the Oilers here. Like I said, I think that they're just going to have a bit of an extended hot streak from this new coach rub. So for right now, I'll take the Oilers on the money line. Next, we head to the Scotiabank Saddledome, where the Calgary Flames take on the New York Islanders. And the Islanders, well, they just keep finding new and creative ways to lose hockey games, taking another loss, the most recent one in extra time at the hands of the Seattle Kraken in their last matchup by a final count of 4-3. Meanwhile, the Calgary Flames, well, they managed to pick up a 5-2 win over the Vancouver Canucks in their last matchup. And don't look now, but the Calgary Flames are actually playing some decent hockey. They've won 4 of their last 6. And the New York Islanders, well, they're probably due for a win. But here's my problem: I don't deal with teams because they're due. I don't buy into that mindset. Now, yes, they've been competitive in some of their recent games. Each of the last 2 games they've played have gone past 60 minutes, but they've also given up 4 goals or more in each of the 7 games during this losing streak. That defensive style that the New York Islanders played to win a lot of games earlier this season is just out the window right now. And I'll tell you, I feel like I'm in Bizarro world, back in the Oilers in the last block. Now I'm back in the Calgary Flames. Man, it's got to be upside down day or something. I don't know. But either way, give me the Calgary Flames in the money line in this one. Next, we head to the Canada Life Arena, where the Winnipeg Jets take on the Arizona Coyotes. And the Coyotes struggling with consistency right now. They've alternated wins and losses in each of their last 10 games, and they are 4-4-2 on the road this season. So kind of just an inconsistent record away from Mullet Arena. But the one thing that the Winnipeg Jets have done consistently as of late is win hockey games. They've won back-to-back games, 5 of their last 6, and the majority of those, they are scoring a fair number of goals. It's 5 or more in 4 of the 5 wins. Now, last time out against the Buffalo Sabres, only potted 3 in a 3-2 win, but it was a win nonetheless, and the Winnipeg Jets are playing their best hockey on home ice. Now, some people may say, well, the Jets are on the back-to-back. I say, so what? The Jets have enjoyed playing on the second half of a back-to-back. 6-1 in their last 7 games played on no rest. Until the Coyotes can figure out their inconsistencies, got to keep going against them when the time is called for. And especially on the road, they were the worst road team in the NHL last season. And while they have been better this year, still not buying into them just yet. I'm going to take the Jets on the money line. Maybe take a regulation play if you want to try to cut down that juice. But I'm just going to take the Jets on the money line and use it as a parlay piece here. Next, we head to the TD Garden, where the Boston Bruins take on the Montreal Canadiens in a rematch from just a few nights ago that did end up as a victory for the Montreal Canadiens in overtime by a final count of 3-2. I have to think that Boston might want a little bit of revenge after that. They snapped the Montreal Canadiens snapped Boston's head-to-head win streak in this matchup. But doesn't change the fact that Montreal is still 0-5 in their last 5 trips to Boston. The Boston Bruins, for the most part, have been kicking the Canadiens' teeth in recent games. Now, Montreal, they've lost 3 straight. And you could argue that, okay, well, 4 of their last 5 games have been 1-goal games. A couple of those have needed overtime, including that including that win over the Boston Bruins. But again, a lot of those came at home in Montreal, where the Habs have played their better hockey this season. On the road, they're just 2-2-2. Boston has been one of the tougher road environments for opposing teams in the NHL going back to last year. They're 6-0-1 at home this season. I got to take Boston on the puck line to exact some revenge over the Montreal Canadiens. Next, we head to the PNC Arena, where the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Carolina Hurricanes, they've dealt with a lot in the last few weeks. They went had a bit of a rough patch They also learned that Freddie Anderson was going to miss, an indefinite amount of time as he deals with blood clots. But Carolina Hurricanes, despite being left with Peter Kochetkov and Antti Ranta, the cupboards aren't fully bare for the Hurricanes. So at least there's some talent there. On the other side for the Pittsburgh Penguins, they just had their 5-game win streak snapped last time out, a 5-2 loss to the New Jersey Devils, and I think we might start seeing the Penguins come back down to earth a little bit. The Carolina Hurricanes have flat out owned the Penguins in this matchup. Um, They've won each of the last 4 meetings. Now, granted, all 4 meetings have been 1-goal games, and the bulk of these have been 1-goal games as well. So if you want to take Pittsburgh plus the goal and a half, you're going to be looking at about plus 165 on it. But I mean, if you think strongly enough about it, you could take it. But I just think that Carolina finds a way to win this game. Like I said, they've won each of the last 4 meetings between these two teams. The favorite 16-7 in the last 23 meetings between these two teams. I'm going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes over the Penguins in this one. Next, we head to the Prudential Center where the New Jersey Devils take on the New York Rangers. And the New Jersey Devils, for my money right now, just do not look right without Jack Hughes in the lineup. Still going to be out until it looks to be late November with that shoulder issue. They've lost 4 of their last 6 games. They did get a win over the Pittsburgh Penguins last time out, but again, it's you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt and see if it's going to be sustainable for the New Jersey Devils. New York, on the other hand, got off to one of the strongest starts in the NHL this season, 11-2-1, and that includes a 6-1-1 record on the road this season. This is the first time we're seeing the Rangers back out on the ice in about a 2-week span, but I still think that right now they're just a better team playing better hockey right now. We're getting them at a coin flip price. So I'm going to take the New York Rangers on the money line in this one. Like I said, until the Devils get Jack Hughes back, it's going to be really hard for me to case to back him. So give me the Rangers on the money line. Next, we head to the Capital One Arena where the Washington Capitals take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the Columbus Blue Jackets back into free fall. I mean, this is a team that's right now playing and just doesn't seem to know which way is up right now. They're 1-3-3 on the road this season, but 6-1 on the puck line. They're keeping a lot of games close away from home. In each of the last 7 games between these two teams, of those 7 games, 5 of them have been decided by 1 goal. Washington, on the other hand, they've been fairly convincing. They've won 3 straight and 7 of 9 in a lot of low-scoring games as well. But head-to-head between these two teams, for the most part, it's been all Washington. But you look, each of the last 4 meetings between these two teams, including the lone meeting this season, have all been decided by 1 goal. It was 2-1 on November 4th. The last 2 meetings last year needed overtime, 7-6 and 4-3. We even had a 1-0 game thrown in there as well. So I'm gonna do something I don't normally do with a price or something in this price range, a game in this price range. I'm gonna take the underdog. I'm gonna take the Blue Jackets here. I'm gonna take them plus the 1.5. Like I said, it's been a lot of 1-goal games. Do I trust the Washington Capitals to be able to cover the puck line? One would think I should be able to, but then they go ahead and they let me down. So I'm gonna take the Columbus Blue Jackets on the puck line in this one. Next, we head to the American Airlines Center where the Dallas Stars take on the Colorado Avalanche. And right now, I'm sitting here trying to figure out which Avalanche it is that we're going to see. Are we going to see the team that ran roughshod through the Anaheim Ducks and won that game 8-2 like they did in their last matchup? Or are we going to see the Colorado Avalanche that hosted the St. Louis Blues and lost that game 8-2? To be honest with you, I think it's going to be more the latter here. I don't see the Stars getting to 8 goals in this thing, but I just trust the goaltending of Jake Ottinger right now more than I do Alex Georgiev. Georgiev, in a couple of his recent starts, just looked tired. I think that's just the best word I can use to describe it. Jake Ottinger, he just keeps rising to the occasion. I've said before, if you've been watching the wraparound, he is my pick to win the Vezina this season. And side by side, the Avs and the Stars have played a lot of low scoring games, so maybe the under in play as well. But for me right now, I feel a lot more comfortable backing the Stars with the goaltending of Ottinger over a guy in Georgia for the Avs who just looks tired. So give me the Stars on the money line in this one. Next, we had to Rogers Arena where the Vancouver Canucks take on the Seattle Kraken. And the Kraken did a decent job closing out the series last year with back-to-back wins in the head-to-head matchup, not letting the Vancouver Canucks have all the fun as the series is now 6-2 in favor of the Canucks. But on the other side, of that coin, got Vancouver at home, who just took the loss on the road to the hands of the Calgary Flames. But this is a Vancouver Canucks team that's done their best work at home this season. 6-0-1 compared to a 6-4 mark on the road. The Seattle Kraken, I still just can't figure out this Kraken team if they're going to try to win on the road or if they're just trying to win in general right now. The Vancouver Canucks are red hot. They are not a team I'm looking to step in front of right now. So give me the Vancouver Canucks on the money line in this one. Maybe again, you could probably use it as a parlay piece, but minus 160, 165 is kind of on the fringe where I'm really willing to pay. So give me the Vancouver Canucks on the money line in this one. And our final game on Saturday's card takes us to the Crypto.com arena where the Los Angeles Kings host the St. Louis Blues. And if you're the St. Louis Blues, you send, and this is what I don't understand. You have a chance for 2 easy points against the San Jose Sharks. Um, why you send your backup in is beyond me. It's not like this is a back-to-back where I think you could justify at that point, like, hey, we want our backup to start the first game and have Binnington start the second game, on Sunday or whenever it would be. And that would be the logical mindset to take, but no thanks. The Blues just threw all logic out the window as they got beat up 5-1 by the San Jose Sharks. Yeah, I'm not looking to back them here. The Los Angeles Kings, they've had their moments as well, but they're still finding ways to get the job done. They won a game at home, which is definitely a nice change of pace for this LA Kings team. And I think they can potentially snag out another one here. The St. Louis Blues are on my do not bet list after that performance against the Sharks. So give me the Kings on the money line in this one. Again, you can probably use it as a parlay piece or take them in regulation if you want to get that price down. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, November 18th, 2023. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on to get the newest and most up-to-date content here at Pick Dawgz. And a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, you can check out Pick Dawgz Premium. And if you're looking for more information on my all-access Power Play Pass and to find out if it's right for you, make sure to text PUCK to 775-636-7674. And make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.